Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, September 13, 2022. And giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Los Angeles Angels vs Cleveland Guardians. The Angels are certainly just playing out the string, but this is a good matchup to run with La's other team. Suarez has pitched well over his last 5 games with an ERA under 3.00 in that time. Morris has not been able to go deep into games in his 2 starts thus far and now will be forced to match up with Trout and Ohtani in those early innings. Cleveland is just 12-16 against the AL West this season, while the Angels are 16-10 against the AL Central Division. Lastly, the Angels are undefeated in 4 games against the Guardians this season. Our team pick is Angels for the win. Having a starting pitcher making his 3rd career MLB appearance like Cody Morris means there is not a lot of tape on him, and hitters will need to figure out how his pitches look. Both bullpens have been doing pretty well and limiting the amount of runs they have given up, as Los Angeles is 17th with a 3.97 reliever ERA, while Cleveland is all the way up there at 4th in the sport with a 3.20 bullpen ERA this year. Neither offense has been doing too hot throughout their previous 5 games, as both the Angels and the Guardians are scoring 4.4 runs per game. The under has hit in 4 of the previous 5 games against one another, so go with the under to hit in this matchup. Philadelphia Phillies vs Miami Marlins. Philadelphia suffered a shocking 3-game sweep at the hands of San Francisco to open the month of September, but the Phillies took care of business by winning 5 out of 6 games against Miami and Washington last week. Their lone loss came in the series finale against Miami, but they bounced back with a 3-game sweep against Washington. Philadelphia scored at least 5 runs in all 3 of those contests. The Phillies are holding on to the 2nd National League wild card spot, sitting 1.5 games ahead of San Diego and 3.5 games ahead of Milwaukee. Those 3 teams are expected to battle it out for the final 2 playoff spots. This is about as perfect of a scheduling spot as you are going to get with an MLB bet. Philadelphia had the day off on Monday and is fighting for a playoff spot, while Miami is coming off a doubleheader and is about to be officially eliminated from playoff contention. Alcantara might be the frontrunner for the NL Cy Young, but he has allowed 4+ runs in 4 of his last 8 starts. Falter is on a 4-game winning streak and has posted quality starts in 4 of his last 5 appearances. He is facing one of the worst lineups in the majors and is being backed up by one of the best, so I am thrilled to get the motivated Phillies at plus money on Tuesday night. Philadelphia for the win. The Marlins are having an awful season and look poised to finish near the bottom of the division in another disappointing season. The team will turn to Sandy Alcantara to start the upcoming game, who has struggled recently but otherwise is having a Cy Young caliber season, allowing only 62 runs in 196.2 innings pitched while tossing 177 strikeouts. In addition, with a .216 expected opponent batting average, a .336 expected opponent slugging percentage, and a 2.99 expected ERA, opponents are making little to no contact and struggling to drive in runs against Alcantara as a result. Sandy Alcantara is the type of pitcher that can make this game a low-scoring one. However, the Phillies have been carried by their lineup, and with the over-covering in 5 of their last 6 games, both lineups look to drive in runs from the first pitch. The Marlins look to step up at the plate and drive in runs with Garrett Cooper, Miguel Rojas, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact and powering the ball against Bailey Falter and the rest of the Phillies pitchers. The Phillies, who average 4.72 runs per game, should run up the score with Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, JT Realmuto, and the rest of the Phillies lineup swinging for the fence with great contact against the Marlins pitchers to drive in runs at will. The over should cover in a high-scoring game with both lineups stepping up. Our total pick is over 7.5 runs. Houston Astros vs Detroit Tigers. The Houston Astros' biggest concerns over the last month of the season will be the team's health and to get their rotation set up for what they hope will be another long postseason run. On Sunday, the Astros won their 90th game, kept their 11-game lead in the AL West, and maintained a 4-game lead for the best record in the American League. The Astros look primed to have home field advantage for as long as they are in the American League playoffs and look primed to end with the second best record behind the Dodgers in all of baseball by season's end. With that in mind, the Astros look to extend their dominance against a Tigers team that is one of the worst in baseball. On Monday night, lefty Framber Valdez threw a complete game shutout in a 7-0 Astros win. He struck out 8 and walked 1 in picking up his 15th win of the season. The Detroit Tigers still have just under a month to go in what has been a dismal season, particularly from the offensive side of things. The Tigers could never get off the ground on the offensive end, and, although it will not end up being the historically bad offensive season that it had the chance to be, the team will have to look for some offensive firepower if they want to compete in 2023. The team did manage to score a whopping 23 runs in the first 3 games of a 4-game series in Kansas City over the weekend. Then, true to form, the Tigers were shut out on Sunday in the series finale. On Monday night against the Astros, the Tigers lineup struggled yet again as they were shut out for the second straight game, 7-0. The Astros, well comfortably in front in the AL West, are not quite ready to take it easy in anticipation of the playoffs, as long as the best record in the AL is still up for grabs. With that in mind, the Astros will certainly field their best 9 in this matchup with the Tigers as they look to lower their magic number to clinch. Houston is 57-27 against teams below .500 this season. They have a 43-28 on the road this season and are 20-10 in their last 30 games. The Tigers are at dismal 23-45 against teams with a winning record and 35-65 against right-handed starting pitchers this season. Brown came out of the gates with an excellent first start against the Rangers and now faces a weaker lineup in Detroit. Hutchison has proven to be a serviceable starter since getting the chance, but he was hit hard in a brief appearance against Houston earlier this season and will struggle against the middle of the Astros order here, particularly left-handed hitters Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez. The Astros should win comfortably in this spot. Our team pick is Astros minus 1.5 runs. Hunter Brown will get the call for Houston, making his second major league start after a magnificent performance last week. He threw 6 scoreless innings on Monday in a 1-0 victory for the Astros against the Rangers. Brown was stellar, allowing just 3 hits in the contest with 5 strikeouts and 1 walk. It was the big league debut for the top prospect in the Houston farm system, and he showed off the impressive stuff that makes his future very bright. He gets the nod again in this matchup against one of the worst lineups in baseball, so he has an excellent chance to duplicate his performance from the prior week. The aforementioned Tigers have been a disaster from the dish all year. It is a shame, because their patchwork pitching rotation has actually done a good job. They have allowed the 9th fewest home runs in the majors and serve up 4.45 runs per game. Hutchison has been thrust into the rotation, and he has done an admirable job. He comes into this start carrying a 4.08 ERA and 1.43 WHIP. The Astros will certainly get their runs in this one, and I can see the score looking like 5-1 or 4-2. Hunter Brown has been excellent, and as long as Drew does not get into major problems, this game will stay well under the number. Entering play Monday, the total number has gone under in 4 of 5 matchups between these teams. Take the under. And NBSP.